Next on DFW Close-Up, these before and afters are shocking and inspirational. Find out how they turned their lives around after the break. Welcome back to DFW Close-Up. Our next guest is a man who, after personal struggles, decided to help the many others in Dallas who suffer from addiction. His name is Scott Wisenbaker, and he founded Solutions of North Texas. Thanks so much for being here this morning.
No problem. How you doing?
I'm doing well. The sun is beaming on your shirt.
Right.
And up here.
Absolutely. Beautiful logo. It kind of depicts coming in broken and shattered and passing through the house and coming out as a ray of sunshine.
I like it. I like it a lot. So tell us a little bit about Solutions of North Texas.
Okay. Well, there's lots of different treatment centers and hospitals where folks stay kind of sequestered. Our concept from the beginning has been they need to learn how to stay clean and sober while they're out in the community. So obviously I work with people with addictions, alcoholics. They go to work and they pay their own way, and we've structured it so that anybody can do it. As long as they're willing to work a minimum wage job, it's enough money. And they'll stay with us anywhere from 90 days to a year.
Okay, and what I think is interesting is that you say that people that go through treatment a lot of times go back to their old habits because these treatments are not focused on after treatment, real world, and that's kind of the key to the success of your program.
Right. Well, and it's my own experience. I've been clean for almost 16 years, so if we don't learn how to stand on our own 2 feet out there in the community, because you know in Texas, I mean, depending on what precinct you're in, the closest beer store is the next gas station, and you know there's drugs everywhere, so it doesn't matter where you go, it's going to be there. If you move across the country, you're still there, and so is the dope.
Right, and so what are the key elements to your program?
Well, as they come in, obviously, first we address, you know, the substance abuse. Sometimes they've been through detox, they've come out of the county jail, they've just had a DWI, or they've been through treatment, all different stages. But we really kind of get them, you know, we want to get them acclimated to our house and how we do things for the first few days. But then it's really off to work and to find a job. And we've put over 325 people to work since we've started 4.5 years ago.
Wow.
And so from that point, they have to pay their own way. Mom, dad, their church, somebody can help them with their first month, but from that point forward, they have to be financially accountable, as well as there's many things they have to do while they're with us.
And you have these 3 commercial properties.
Yes.
And men and women are separated.
Yes.
And what's your goal this coming year?
Well, you know, we started, I just thought maybe I could help 10 men, and we're now housing 40 men and women. We're looking at building a campus because we're starting to get spread out, and you know we look at security and what is the best way to do things. So what we really want to do is raise the money to have a debt-free campus, which will cost approximately $4 million over the next several years. But if we had a debt-free situation, we could help so many more people.
Exactly.
It's incredible what can be done. I mean, we make a huge difference just holding 40 at a time.
Exactly. And this addiction does affect all walks of life, and you see that.
Yes. Doctors, lawyers, a handful of nurses. We've really, you know, we always think, okay, the girl waving at the car on the side of the street, selling herself for crack cocaine, the little 19-year-old kid slinging dope on a corner, surely they exist. And we'll help them, but that's such a small percentage of this. This really, 50% or more of the folks that I come into contact with come from an affluent background. They're educated, they've had good jobs, but they get caught up in this, often pharmaceuticals. It starts out with a knee injury.
So do you have any stories about complete transformations?
There's a number. As I said, we see miracles happen on a daily basis, but there was a particular girl who came to me that just had been in gang life since she was 12, had been shot, she'd OD'd a number of times. Her daughter saved her life performing CPR once when she was 10 years old. Watching her come through the program and getting well and getting her children back, I mean, that right there is a huge savings for taxpayers. But she has purpose in life now. She finished her first year in nursing school with a 4.0 average. In 2 more years, she'll be a detox nurse because she's been through it so many times. She's very passionate about it. She can start speaking truth in life to people while they're on the table, wondering if they're going to make it through it this time or not.
Do you have advice for families who have members in their family who are suffering?
So often the parents will save the kiddo at every turn. They're there saving them, trying to put a cushion under them, and they got to let them fall down. If they go to jail, leave them in there. If they get evicted from their apartment, let them. They may need to sleep under a bridge a few times. I had to go to jail and spend some time in the county jail in the 80s and 90s before I realized it was really a problem and I needed to do something about it. If there's no reason to change, they're prolonging their misery. You give them a comfortable place to get high, they have a comfortable place where they might ultimately die.
Exactly. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Being here this morning. For more information on solutions of North Texas, go to suntx.org. We'll mention this website again at the end of the show.